Hello, everybody. Georgia, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Welcome. I was just talking to you. Uh, Hello, everyone. See JPL, KikiBW2 in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, I'm wearing an ugly Christmas sweater. Check it out.
No,
So the
I
secret with
never
this one
think.
is it has no back.
Does it not?
It's a
Oh
lie.
my god, you cheated. You cheated. That's not a full sweater, Nick.
Blame the Bay where I bought it.
You know, the thing with ugly Christmas sweaters is a lot of them I actually don't find ugly.
I agree, and like the comfort really goes that extra mile. It becomes a functional sweater.
Like some of them, like that's actually kind of cute. Like I've got a Sonic one, and the colors on it are really pretty. I'm like, this isn't ugly.
Can't say I'm surprised you have a Sonic sweater.
No, I got a Sonic one and a Crash one. Um, Whenever I see nerdy Christmas sweaters, I'm like, I just need to add to my collection.
Mm. Thank you, KikiBW. I like the sweater as well. JPL says, "Oh, good. I thought when you said it has no back, it meant something else." Not like that. It's not like a backless apron.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't blame you for thinking that.
Honestly, I was confused when you said that too. I'm like, Nick, what do you mean by that?
Well, how should I describe it in the future? Patternless?
Patternless. Well, I guess it doesn't have a back technically. No pattern, anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with patternless. Or maybe I like the disappointing shock value of just saying.
I kind of like that because then you confuse people. They're like, wait, what?
Double take? What? All right, why don't we hit him with the intro? You ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
No, but I must be.
Yeah, you gotta be ready, Nick.
Here we go. I've rehearsed this about. This will be the 5th time. So, hello and welcome back to Bushwhacker Weekly with Georgia and Nick. We are the active developers of the game Bushwhacker 2, Codename Entertainment's oldest running game. I think we're on the 9th year right now. I'm Nick, your programmer, designer, content creator, and community manager, and with me is Georgia. Hit him with your intro, Georgia.
Howdy, everybody. I am the artist for Bushwhacker 2. I make everything look pretty and nice, and I don't know how coding works.
You could do it.
I probably could if I sat down. I mean, I beat you at that puzzle, remember? The impossible puzzle?
Yeah.
And then,
I just didn't want to figure out the sliding puzzle.
I think that's a good story to share with players.
Yeah. So I've been putting off Kane's creepy tower sliding puzzle, the last one, for forever. No, I think I pulled through and read up a tutorial on how to do them.
You cheated?
Well, after you were grilling me, I'm like, I have to do this. I have to do this. But I put it off until I made it to like the desert city or something like that.
It was so funny. Nick was talking to me about the puzzle. He's like, "Oh, there's a puzzle I hate. I haven't gotten past it yet. I've tried so many times, blah, blah, blah. And I can't get past it. It just frustrated me." And I'm like, wait, is it this puzzle? The one I did in like 15 minutes?
Try to just blaze through it.
And then he's like, no, it can't be that one. It's in the basement. I'm like, I think I am in the basement. He's like, no, go out the door. And then it leads outside. And he's like, wait, that can't be right.
No,
and I'm like, and like, that was the basement. And you're like, well, whatever.
The super hard one in the basement.
It was so funny. I'm not gonna let you down for that.
No, I deserve it.
Only because you're like, no, there's no way you, the artist, could have.
Yeah, I said a really disparaging comment. I apologize for that.
No, it was really funny. It makes for a really good story now.
Throughout the office, there's always this kind of I don't know what to call it, like friendly fun making between artists and programmers and developers and stuff. Maybe that took root there. Anyway,
it's really funny.
It is really funny. I'm not afraid to share it. I think it's funny too because I like implemented Sudoku and all these other like logic puzzles and stuff throughout the game, but I still just put off doing the sliding puzzle at the beginning because I couldn't do it immediately.
You're like, I already do program puzzles. I don't need to actually do the puzzles.
Anyway, continuing the intro, that was a good aside. Behind the scenes, we have Sasha moderating the chat today. Hello, Sasha. As always, there's a coupon code at the top left corner of the stream, which I'm not going to point to anymore because I always screw it up, which you can redeem for an in-game Quester's Satchel to supplement your adventures across Bushwhackia. Across, I put a T in there. We'll be here for an hour to answer questions and chat. We have how many wonderful submissions, Georgia? Of what?
We got lots. We've got, and a bonus ferret one from Aquafish.
Oh yeah, that one turned out really good.
Yeah, so let's start with that one since that was the ones from last time.
Ooh.
This one turned out really cool. Look at that cool space cloud-like background with the birds.
And the blingy fairy ferret thing in the top.
Yeah, I like the bling. It matches the wings. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Got some cool textures in here. Lots of funky
Yeah.
colors.
You think this is like Photoshop? Kind of
I
like
assume so.
shopped a sweet image in there, and oh, what the crystallization in the wings?
Yeah, that's how I was looking. I was just like staring at that. That's really cool.
It's like a stained glass window.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very
Fantastic
cool.
work.
Mm-hmm. Very good. All right. The first flying reindeer one is Aquafishy. Back to back.
Yeah.
Um,
Love this
I,
one.
yeah, I like
Stark.
the little accent in the corner there. That's really cool. And again, awesome use of patterns. Lots of
Mhm.
bling. I'm liking the bling. I like anything
Yeah.
sparkly or shiny. So,
That texture is just so gritty. I want to touch it.
and I like the cool snowflake effect that they put on the deer.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Subtle until
Mhm.
you zoom in too. That's neat.
Mm-hmm. Awesome job.
And a ribbon. It's like a present.
Yeah, it's
With
very
like a diamond
Christmassy.
slapped in there. Wow.
Very good. Our next one is our first one from Barb Zach. So we got some cool like gray to brown texturing there.
And Barbara was having some trouble with her paint program, but she figured it out. You'll see it in the next one. I just thought I'd share this one still because it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like the gray brown.
Yeah, nice palette there.
Mhm.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Like that, a blondie.
Mm-hmm. I like. It got a little Merry Xmas there at the bottom.
Ah, that's so nice. Thanks, Barb Zach.
Yeah. Yeah, I like blonde color schemes a lot, so this looks really cool.
Oh,
Very
you're
good,
not gonna like
Barbara.
mine.
That's great. I like yours. This one's by Elephant Lady.
I love that they like recolored the lines. It makes it look so
Yeah.
soft.
I usually when I do art, I don't usually do black lines. I usually the darkest I'll go is like a dark brown.
Mm.
Sometimes I'll do black, but most of the time I like to give it a bit of color. So this looks really cool with the lighter outlines. And they looks like they got like Photoshop bells or clip art
Oh,
bells or
yeah,
something.
yeah. I didn't notice that.
Mm.
Oh, and
That's
they
pretty cool.
restylized the font for the flying reindeer at the top.
Yeah.
That's good. Good touches. Lots of details.
Very good. This next one's by Flybaby. I really like this color scheme.
Oh, I like how they made the face the white color. That's
Yeah,
nice.
I really like it. Very light,
Ah.
like a pinky salmony kind of color.
Oh, and adding the circle behind is so
Yes, this is really cool, Flybaby.
very well
I
done.
like the light shading
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, awesome job. I really like this one. I think they did two. Yes, this was the other one. Again, light color scheme. I really like light color scheme, so that's really cool.
Oh, and it pops with the black background too. That's great.
Yeah, and then they got the slight vignette going on again with the
Nice.
green.
I still get like I'm looking at it in a gallery, an art gallery.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, really cool job. This one is by Hellzoo. They made this one a little Rudolph. They had some glowing effects on the stars and the
Yeah.
lettering.
The blur. Like it.
Very cool.
More traditional coloring. It's fresh.
Mhm.
Well, it's
Yeah.
concise. Oh, the eyes. Look at those. Blue green.
Oh yeah.
It's very good.
Awesome job. Very good. Very Christmassy. This one is by Kiki.
I like this one. I like the different color palettes.
Yeah,
It's great.
I always get like excited to see all the different colors the players are gonna do because like boring old me, I'll just like copy the pet
Yeah,
color.
it's like a sit-in for you already did the art of the pet.
Yeah,
though.
I'm like I already did that. I'm just gonna recolor that because I can't be creative too early in the morning.
Oh, and the glow on the stars here is nice.
Yeah, it is. And I like the glow on the outlines too. Like they're a lighter outline and they've got some like glowing around the edges, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a really nice touch. Oh, and
I
they
like
kept
the
like the eyes
softness.
sharp
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Great
really
work.
well done. This one's very soft. This one's by Marhaz. I hope I pronounced that right.
Nice.
This one again is classic reindeer feel.
Sharp blue eyes. I like the red bands.
Mm-hmm.
Pops.
Yeah. This is a good color scheme. This is pretty similar to the original pet it was
Mm.
based off of, actually, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I really like the nice browns and the light browns and the dark browns.
Very natural.
Mm-hmm. Natural.
Natural.
Awesome job.
Mm-hmm.
And here is Nyx.
So I didn't do pencil crayon this time.
No.
I tried using paint.net. Shill that out.
Stepped
open
it up.
source. I found it. I thought it was gonna be way easier, but it was kind of like stressful because I'm like, I want to keep the lines. So then I had to like paint bucket or magic wand all the white spaces out so I could lift the lines. And then I did a really bad job of doing that, and there was like white pixeling around the lines. So then I tried to blur the line layer so to kind of obscure it, and it kind of softened the whole thing, which I thought was pretty cool.
I think it looks great.
And then I
I
did
think
like,
you did a good job, Nick.
thank you, Georgia. And the like for the stars, I did like 2
Oh
different
my
colors
god, I
and kind of
just
like
noticed that.
speckled them around.
That's very pretty.
I thought I was being lazy, and then I'm like, this looks good. I'm keeping
Well, that you did more. You did more than I did. So you know what? Like, good job. No, I really like the colors. You've got the color scheme up here, the palette that you used.
Felt really artsy to include that.
It does feel very artsy. It looks like a ref sheet.
Yeah.
This is your reindeer OC. Here's your color palettes.
As you can see, it has 8,927 saves. I got it on my website.
Very good, Nick. No,
Thank
I
you.
I think it's awesome that you tried to do it digitally and it turned out really great. Like, I really like the softness on the lines.
Thank you. Also, shout out to Team Gray/Blue for colors. Represent.
Yeah, no, it looks really cool. And here's mine. I just picked the colors from the pet, so
Oh, and you went with the white stars. Nice.
I did, because stars are actually white when you look at them in the sky. So I was just being more accurate and not lazy,
Oh,
of course.
so true. So
No,
true.
I was just like, yeah, they look fine. No, the stars you did were great, and the stars that some of the other players did were fantastic. That they went into those extra details.
Thank you. It's so true. Also, Crochet Crisis gives you 5 toilet rolls out of 5.
Well, thank you.
I made up the out of 5. I hope it's out of 5, and you can full full marks.
I'm gonna put in my head it's out of 5. But yeah, lots of awesome submissions from everybody, as usual. So it's always exciting to see the color palettes everybody does.
Some comments from chat as we were showing those off. I should get better about reading those out. Lots of praise for... Oh my god, so many comments. Holidays, yay! More glitter from
Yes.
Fishy. Yeah. We do want more in your future submissions, please. Maximum the bling, please.
Can't go wrong with glitter.
Absorbance is beautiful. Fly Babies is beautiful. Realmap likes the gray silver one. Me too. Yes, Crochet Crisis confirms it's 5 out of 5.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the awesome 5 toilet paper rating. I feel very flattered.
KikiBW also says, thanks for the next gen pets. That was Gen 13. You're very welcome.
Yes, next time I'm going to try to do more originals, but I do want to get through the list of adding critters that have been requested.
Hey, you might have to do more originals. We're running out.
Yeah, there are some pretty funny, weird ones, though, I always like to throw in there.
Well, it's too late. Well, you're so right. But that immediately made me think of the Mushroom Man, who you might recognize from a certain Nintendo IP.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Which is not a Goomba, to clarify,
No.
but has
No,
been
it's
added
totally
as
not.
a pet collection reward, in case you haven't seen it.
I have not seen that.
I forget what I called him.
Not Goomba.
No, that would have been a great name. Missed opportunity.
Don't mess with Nintendo. They'll send you to cease and desist.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have even said their name. I'm gonna pick it up in the video.
Oh.
Okay, so should the wonderful submissions. Thank you so much for the submissions. Before I talk about news and updates, did you want to talk about what you're drawing, Georgia?
Sure, I am drawing this. I don't like the way this candy cane looks. Besides that, I am drawing one of the pets from the Christmas event this year, which you guys probably have seen walking around the commons.
Not yet.
Not yet?
No, it's a secret. It's a secret until Friday.
Is it? I thought they walked around in the pen. Do they not do that anymore?
Well, sometimes we mix it up, because the
Oh.
Christmas has the North Pole Zone dedicated to it. So
Oh
we usually,
yeah. Oh yeah.
have them walk around there when it's time to buy.
Oh right. I forgot. Whoops.
You're welcome
Okay,
to
so
spoil
this,
it though. It's fine.
yeah, this is a little teaser
There you
of
go.
one of the pets that I liked a lot from the upcoming Christmas pets. He's a cute little polar bear cub with a candy cane.
Sure is cute.
He is cute. I like bears a lot, so I just like their big feet and stumpy legs.
Have you seen that gif of a like big grizzly bear like sitting on the side of a highway and he waves?
Yes.
It's my favorite one.
I really wish that bears were more friendly because they're just so big and doofy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to pet them, but I know I can't.
It's nice when they're not dangerous.
Yeah. They just look so soft and cuddly and silly.
I went to the is it the British Columbia Wildlife Reserve, something like that, in Kelowna, around there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very cool, but also a little sad because it's like all these animals. It's not like a zoo. They only take animals that are either like injured or unfortunately used to human society and wouldn't survive in nature.
Oh, I see.
But they had a big pen with grizzly bears, and those ones made me happy at least because they were just kind of like lounging. I took a photo of one with the like "paint me like a French girl." One of those, just like super chillax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good that they don't euthanize them or anything like that because they're used to like human interaction and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it raises awareness to have them there, and as long as they're being taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough though because so many of them need just so much space.
Oh yeah, they need a lot of space and a lot of care.
Yeah, they had black bears, and one of them was pacing aggressively, and I don't think he was very happy. They did have a pen dedicated to British Columbia's, I was going to say national animal, but it's not, the ghost bear, or
the spirit bear.
Spirit bear. It's also a Commodity bear. Commodity bear, which is like a strain of. It's a black bear with a rare coloring that makes it white. Like a ghost. Anyway, that one was really cool. Missy and I were wandering around the cage and trying to get a good shot of it, and he just comes lumbering out of the woods, like just walks over this really bushy bush, and it's just like he just sits on it for a moment, and it's like all up in his face and stuff. It was really funny.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, bears. Yeah, shout out to bears.
Yeah, bears are great.
John Durbin Stoll says, "Wow, the eraser knows what not to erase. Like a layer eraser?"
Oh yes. I was using separate layers, which are always super handy. I use way too many layers for my own good most of the time, but on simple stuff like this, I usually have only a couple layers. Unlike my personal art pieces, which can get into the thousands, and we don't talk about that.
They're so epic, though. So
I know. I'm just like, when I'm scrolling through it, I'm like, I don't name any of these layers either. It's just layer 1753.
That's
Like, this is
stressful. That
probably-
stresses me out, Georgia. Just thousands
Apparently,
of
I'm
unlabeled layers.
yeah, they're all unlabeled
How
because
do
I'm
you?
like, it would take too long to label them. I don't got time for that.
That's why you gotta label them when they go.
No, it takes too long.
All right, you're right. You're the artist. You get good results. So who am I to
I
question the
do, I
process?
do. I somehow managed to finish my art pieces without going completely insane.
So I hope that answers your question, John Durbinstool. I recall your name, Durbin, in chat and forums a lot, so I might just call you that, unless the STL is like a last name abbreviation. Anyway, on to the news and updates. Some of you who read the news posted when you open up the game. Some of you don't. It's okay, I forgive you. You might have seen the post saying that Extra Life, the live stream, is canceled. Codename Games Extra Life live stream is canceled. This is because here's the blurb that I put on there, manufactured by our wonderfully skilled marketing people, wordsmiths they are. We are canceling the Codename Entertainment 24-hour Extra Life 2020 live stream due to new pandemic restrictions in British Columbia through early January. While we are sad to make this announcement, we are happy to do our part to help fight against COVID. So we were originally postponing it until we heard updates on new restriction announced, I think like late November, and they would update it December 7th, and then they decided to extend those same restrictions into January. So we decided that we're better off just canceling the live stream and doing a hopefully more bombastic one next year. But all is not lost. We raised lots of money for the Extra Life charity drive. The company as a whole raised, I think, like over 11,000, maybe more Canadian. And in Bushwhacker, we raised over 1,000 and a bit, which unlocks coupon codes as they were listed on our fundraiser page on Extra Life. So if you go to the blog link that's in that news post, you can claim the codes for a piece of cake, which restores 75% of your maximum energy, a pristine feed voucher, which you can use to set your mount bonuses for the next level up to whatever you want. And then you can also claim a unique DNA, which will get you a variety of things, including some unique pet recolors in the Paga store. So make sure to claim those before, I think I set it to before February, but sooner the better. And then the office is closed after this Friday, so after the 18th, and will reopen on Monday, January 4th. So I might poke in to check on tickets and stuff, but we won't be here to answer tickets and whatnot usually. But you will have the Christmas event to entertain you until the 29th of December. And then there's also the end of year pet and mount sale starting at noon on the 25th to January 1st, from Christmas until New Year's Day. And the contents of that sale, if you've never experienced one of these wonderful sales, is for discounted prices of bush bucks. Each day will be a new set of pets and mounts you can pick up. And also each day there's 4 different pets and mounts you can vote on as the community. The one with the most votes will get the cheapest discount, the biggest discount, making it the cheapest. And currently, for development right now, I'm trying to add some accessibility options for the desktop launcher chat. There's been lots of requests for a different kind of color scheme, because some people find that the white text on black background of the desktop launcher is a little hard on their eyes. So I'm looking to add a accessibility option where you can just choose to switch it to the web version, which is black text on white background. And then we'll see where I get after that, and I hope to add also that you can change the font size for people a little more hard of seeing. Don't forget that there's I don't know what it is on Mac, but on Windows, they have especially Windows 10, they have a zoom feature, like a magnifying glass, and you can change that to your entire desktop, or just like a lens, or just like the top portion of your screen. I was playing around with it last week when I was playing on my computer setup, and it was pretty good. It was pretty functional. So give that a shot if you're having trouble seeing the game and the text and whatnot. Yeah, so I'm gonna read some questions now. KQPW loves the new pets, especially the blue tang and quokka.
Awesome. Yeah, the quokka was one of the new ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the blue tang was from the Underwater Zone, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
KQBW would also like it if maybe we could add more fish pets in the future generations, please. Where do people stand on the suspension of disbelief that the fish are flying when they're outside of the underwater zone? Because we've done a few which we put like explicitly like, this is a flying shark, this is a flying fish, and then some of them we put like, the blue tang is just, you know, swimming in the air. It's fine. I was wondering what people think about that. Oh, and they want some pets. Durbin would like some pets for AI tokens. We could look into doing some of that, maybe. Might be a good place to put some of the existing critters or whatnot. I also wonder how hard it would be to steal some of the Crusaders monsters and critters and stuff and add the missing two facings. Would that still be a lot of work?
It would probably be more work to try to match something. Because I'd have to match the animation and the style of whatever it was, so it might just be easier to do stuff from scratch.
All right, I'll let that dream die. It's fine.
Yeah, doesn't mean that it can't happen. I'm just saying.
I can take it, Georgia. I can take it.
No,
it's fine.
I've crushed your dreams.
Oh, KQBW's already claimed the codes. So we will not be having a live stream next week. This is the last live stream of this year. Which is why I'm wearing my Christmas sweater. Crochet Chris says air swimming is no more unlikely than some of the actual pets.
It's got a point.
Like Brad? Make fun of Brad?
No one can make fun of Brad. He's untouchable.
He's a golem. He's very he makes
Brad-like.
sense within the fiction, you know?
He's very Brad-like.
All right. So, KQBW says, before COVID, were you all devs in the same office? Just curious. Would you like to answer this one, Georgia?
Yes, we were. Me and Nick actually sat beside each other and would constantly bug each other about funny things like space or mythological creatures, or me talking about how many snacks Nick has on his desk.
Georgia complaining about her drink, sweating.
Sweaty drink. I miss sweaty drink.
Or about how Red Dead Redemption is a lovely but very frustrating game at some points. You heard that last stream.
The gun glitched. It glitched under the box. I couldn't get it. I wanted it, and then I replayed the whole game for it.
Worth it.
Oh, it was.
Another fun pastime is when we're looking for new content, kind of perusing for new ranch items or pets, we'll kind of do some Google Foo, look around there, and then share weird, funny pictures. Usually, like, if there's a medieval picture of like a mythical creature, it just looks so goofy. And then we'll laugh
I was
about
just
that.
gonna say the medieval pictures are my favorite. like some of like the Manticore or others, where I'm just like, Nick, this beast has just a man face.
Manticore is so good.
Oh my goodness.
They had no sense of perspective. That sounded much more rude. I mean, like, there was no, like, depth or anything.
Well, I mean, if you want to be like
Oh,
honest, like that's before they actually started.
the full art.
Yeah, they started experimenting with perspective. That was a little later on.
Hmm.
So they actually wouldn't do like foreshortening,
Yeah,
and other
that's
stuff
it.
like that. It was before that time.
Stay tuned for next stream when Georgia will do a deep dive into what medieval art lacks, but yet what it brings to the table.
I like the art too. It was around the medieval time era as well when different sailors would come back from traveling and they would try to explain animals that lived on different continents and stuff to like monks who would like draw up these creatures. And some of them like I think one of the funniest ones I saw was a sailor trying to explain like an elephant to a monk, and he drew it out and it's like this weird, I don't even know, like just from pure description, and it's really
Right,
funny.
like how they do police sketches, but for
Yeah,
wild
yeah.
animals.
He had a long trunk and big ears, and
Cool.
yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's great. Hello, Clammed Ham. Saw you last stream. Hello, Forging a Heart. Forging a Heart loves their Manticore. Good job on that one.
Yes,
That was like
an
your first
older
gen,
pet,
wasn't it?
too. Yeah, that was a. I'm gonna look. It was one of my way back
Gen
older
9 or
ones.
10?
I think so. Hang on.
Yeah,
Gen
sorry you got
8.
8?
8.
Whoa. Oh yeah, I guess
it's
we do
ancient.
about 2 a year. Alright.
I get the urge to like want to redraw all my older pets, but I know that would be
There's too many.
there's too many. I'm like I can draw better now though.
There's so many pets. So I was going pretty full steam on a plan for a zoo update a few years back, and what kind of stopped me in my tracks was trying to add nifty attributes for said update to 600 different pets. And I'm gonna have to think of a better idea to do that, 'cause
Yeah.
that's just so many.
Yeah, I'm like I'm sorry that I keep adding so many pets because I like drawing the
Well,
pets.
you do pets well. People like
Thank
pets.
They're so cute.
Crochet Crisis, I'm sorry your message got deleted by the mod because you were just saying turd. He's a pet. It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not their fault. Turd is
Turd is a turtle bird. That's
that. Yeah, that's his name.
the bot needs to add it to its vocabulary, really.
Yeah, like we didn't even come up with that. That's just how turd is.
That's a
We talked
Bushwhacker
about,
one classic.
Yeah, we talked about turd on here before, right?
Yeah, I think was it last stream?
No, was the last? I don't even know,
I
but
don't know.
turd is pretty great. A lot of the random old critters just have like random names, and we usually just keep them because it's funny. Like Brad. There's
Yeah,
a few of them
so
that are really
many.
funny. Like I'm gonna look them up here.
Brad Turd. Poot.
Brad
Poops
Turd.
the unicorn.
Yes. Boris the spider.
For us. Oh, people really like Cootie this generation.
Oh yeah, yeah, Cootie.
They're like, what are Bushwhacker cooties like? Whoa.
Yeah, it's like this little bug that flails its little legs around. But yeah, a lot of them, and some of them have like it's just called mosquito or penguin. But then you have ones like Brad and Boris the spider, and it's just kind of funny because some of them are just like normal, and then you get those names.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure those are all Bushwhacker 1 names where they
Yeah.
were. I think because it was like one critter per field or area, they
Mhm.
tried to give them a little more character with,
Mhm.
with fun names. Whereas now we let you apply the fun names typically.
Oh yeah, and if I just named them whatever I want, they would be very hard to find.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. That's that is one thing I have anxiety about too, and I'm like, if I give this a weird name, am I gonna be able to find it later in
Yeah,
like
he'll
a
be
year?
like, "What did I call that? What
like a-
obscure name did I give that?"
I had that with the polar cub because I called it the cozy polar cub, and I'm like, but if a year from now I want to see how many bears we have in the game, how am I gonna find polar cub?
Yeah, that's why on when I implemented it in the game, it's called Polar Bear Cub, I think. So it does have the word bear in it.
So many words, Georgia.
I'm sorry, I like adding things to specify.
Yeah.
I like specifying because we have so many things in the game.
I do really appreciate when you verbosely name the graphics so that I really know what it is.
Yeah, you really need to know with all the description necessary.
Because sometimes graphics aren't labeled very well.
No, and sometimes they're misspelled, so
Yeah,
that I can't
that's-
find
that's-
them.
That's even worse.
And I'm like, why is there so many things with furniture spelt with an A instead of an I? We'll never know.
It's okay. I was looking at the I was working in the UI, and there's like they always had like test text for text fields and stuff, and what was it? There was a glaring typo, and
No.
it doesn't really mean anything. The players aren't even going to see it, but
No, but it
hurt
just
me.
bothers you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the spelling error for the Kitsune mount I did back in April, I guess. I think it was April.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, Georgia, you put the S in front of the T, and I'm like, no.
The shame. I have to
I'm
deal
like,
with that shame
no.
on the daily. Every
Yeah.
update, players just like streams of typos come in. I feel so
Yeah,
bad.
so whenever I have a typo, you're just like, haha.
Shout out to all the Typo Fairy players in the game. Particularly Helvin has always been a reliable typo reporter with concise reports, and I appreciate it. Appreciate all you bringing up.
Mm-hmm.
Clamtam says, hence the Typo Fairy stuff. Smiley face. Forging a Heart mentions Snarky, the pet. Snarky's a good one.
Snarky, yes. To look up what Snarky. Yes, he's the little guy with the snow on his head.
Oh yeah, he's like a little dinosaur thing.
Yeah.
He's cool. Kiki BW says, if only we could have a zoo. I know.
I know, I would like that too. I mean, we'll get it figured out, maybe.
I really think it would be such a good addition to the game since it has so many pets and mounts.
Yeah. Like, I have
Plans.
so many pets and mounts. I need to go somewhere.
Clamtam was thinking we might get to microscopic pets, like paramecium, say. But then COVID happened, and I thought maybe later. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
We had a meeting about things that are no-go topics for all the games when COVID first started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, that seems like so long ago.
Yeah. How would we represent microscopic pets? Would you like there'd be no graphic, or it's just like a pixel, just like a tiny thing, and it like.
I
bounces
would
around?
think there'd have to be something, because like having no graphic would just be like, there's nothing there.
What if it's got nothing, but then you have a trinket called the microscope, and when you equip it, you can see them
Oh my goodness.
under like a lens that follows them?
That sounds like a really cute idea.
I did the lens visual at the microphone instead of the camera. I'm bad at this.
Yeah.
Well, does anyone have any other questions? Floor is open. In the meantime, John Durbin says microscopic pets are called no-see-ums.
No,
Is that like a
see.
specific thing? Like a awful parasitic tick-like thing?
Is it?
Tardigrades. Yeah, I definitely want tardigrades added. What do they call them? Water bears, I think.
Oh, yes, that sounds very familiar.
Yeah, water bears. I see it. Good job, Coolgamin. Coolgamin. That's how I'm gonna say it. So it's 1:45. We've got a bit of time. Do we want to talk about the next zone?
I don't know, do we? That seems like it would be a thing we should have talked about a bit earlier if we're going to go in depth, but
That's true. I guess we can
unless you want to like hint at some stuff.
we can
for it.
hint and then let the players stew over it over the winter break.
Oh, yeah, come up with some theories or ideas.
And we'll come
of
back
what
and
it
then
might be.
they'll have just crazy fan theories about what the heck's going on. Yes, Clam Tam, it would be after the Flex. Last in the story, you had followed the devil-horned red man through the salt desert until he approached a massive mountain wall. But by the time you caught up to him there, he vanished. So where did he go? Where do you go from there? These are the questions we'll be answering in the next update. I think it's fair to say that you will enter said mountain. Is that fair, Georgia?
Yes, that is fair.
And man, how vague do we want to leave it? We could be like,
It's gonna be.
here's just like one word.
One word.
What were you gonna say?
Phantasmic.
Phantasmic. Doesn't that imply ghosts?
No, that's Is it phantasm?
Do you mean prismatic?
You said the word.
It's just a word, Georgia.
Oh my goodness!
It's just
yeah,
a word.
We're gonna say prismatic and leave it at that.
Yeah, prismatic is the hint word you get for the next zone.
Mm-hmm.
On the next episode of Lost Bushwhackers.
No, it's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be very different from the Salt Desert. I was looking at the graphics for that, and I'm like, oh man, I made these graphics so long ago.
Oh, I can't wait to start setting that stuff up.
Mhm.
Been getting so derailed with Extra Life stuff. Largely,
yeah.
the end of life Flash stuff has been cramping my style.
Mhm.
But I hope to get these chat improvements done. Maybe track down a few bugs, but otherwise, I really want to blaze through and get this next update out to you folks, so you, the vets at the very end of the game, have some juicy content to get into.
Juicy.
KPW says suspense, so ghosts. Look what you got them started on.
I said phantasmic.
Aquafishy says, Nick, we've seen your sweater. You're not allowed to talk about style. Hey, this is a
Also-
fantastic ugly sweater. It's got good bad style.
Also, phantasmic is like a Disneyland thing.
Is it?
It is.
Well, I don't go to Disneyland.
How have you actually?
I've been to Las Vegas. That's as far as I
Apparently, it's a bunch. Phantasm means a bunch of different things.
Illusion.
It means either an apparition of a specter. So yes, you were right about ghosts.
Okay.
But it also means a creation of the imagination or fancy.
Ah. The freedictionary.com also says it's in nature of an illusion, lacking reality, chimeric. That's a word. Delusive.
Chimeric.
We're going to dreamlike. There you go.
There you go. So I didn't mean ghosts, though you weren't wrong by saying it was ghost-like.
A
I was
red
meaning
herring
more
would have
of
been
the-
cool too.
That would.
Let's get them thinking it's completely different. They'll be like, "What is this?"
I actually didn't think phantasmic was a real word.
No,
No,
you said it anyway.
I did. I thought it was like, one of those made-up words that I sometimes spew out of my mouth.
I do that too. I'm like, I've heard this in what seems like this context, and then I use it without really knowing, and then my lovely fiance Missy will then call me out on it and be like, that ain't right.
Just, you were wrong.
I mean, she's an English teacher, so she knows words. Is the drawing done?
It is. It's been done for a little while.
Oh, looks good. You should
Thank
just keep
you.
zooming in and out and like erasing parts and re-adding them for no reason.
No,
Yeah, no, you don't need to do that.
no. I accidentally opened Photoshop by accident.
Mm-mm. Did you end up
I-
liking how the candy cane turned out?
I am okay with the candy cane. I'm a little tired this morning, so my hand's a little wobbly. So I'm like, it's fine. It's smooth enough.
It's perspective.
Shh, respect.
It looks fantastic. Looks very cozy. I'm excited to give it
Thank
color.
you.
And to see what everyone else is doing. I've been very impressed with the submissions lately.
Yeah, they've been fantastic or phantasmic. Either or.
Aquafici says, just toss a red herring or a blue tang. Well, good one. Clantam says, it's even a movie. Phantasm, that is. And then great art. Cozy.
I know the movie Phantasm.
Hmm.
I just didn't know phantasmic was a word.
I always feel like you can just add that to other. So phantasm's like a noun, and then you can be like noun-ic or nounism.
Noun is.
And this is how I end up with words that aren't real.
This is Nick's Logic 101. Just add a bunch of things at the end of a word and it's real.
As long as it sounds like another word. This is how language evolves.
If you say it confidently enough, then people will believe you.
Yeah.
They'll believe that you know what you're talking about.
Absolutely. Some people.
Some people.
Doesn't work on everybody.
No.
Aguafishy would like you to name this cozy bear. Says, what is this little guy's name then?
Oh. He doesn't have a name, but whenever I think of like small polar bears, I always get reminded of marshmallows.
Oh,
So I'd probably name him Marshmallow.
That's adorable.
If I were to give him a name.
It's all squishy.
Yeah, it's all soft, fat, squishy, and cozy for the winter holiday season.
Aw. Keek BW says phantasmagoric. Going back to that word.
Phantasmagoric.
I don't know. Does it mean something?
What about phantasmical?
I'd bet money that isn't a word, but I like it the most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The more absurd it sounds, the more I like.
Phantasmagorical. You know, we got time on the topic of phantasms and that stuff. Been playing a lot of a very rough around the edges indie game in early access called Phasmophobia, which I think means fear of ghosts. Playing
Is
with
that
my
the
friends.
one where you play with people and like you can't see them, and if they die, they all like the audio cuts, so then you're just left wondering where your friends are and they become ghosts?
I think so. So the setting is you're a team of ghost hunters,
Mhm.
and you're actually the team that goes in before like the ghost, like what I assume to be the Ghostbusters come in and bust the ghosts. You're kind of like scouting out. What you're trying to do is identify what the ghost is and complete some side objectives. So you've got
Mhm.
an array of tools in your arsenal, none of which involve fighting the ghost at all, which is where the terror comes in. is
Yeah.
If it comes out and it gets you, you have nothing to defend yourself with.
Oh my goodness.
But you play with 4 players and you're kind of wandering around. You have walkie-talkies,
Yeah.
so you can
okay,
talk
Yeah.
like locally, which is cool, and then you can talk on the walkie-talkie. And you're wandering around. You got your flashlight, and then maybe you have like the scariest tool is called a ghost box or a spirit box. And it's like a radio.
No.
You turn it on, and then you have to actually say things into it and ask the ghost questions. So you'll be
Yeah.
like, "How old are you? What do you want? Give us a sign." And then the ghost, the box, it's like got static radio sounds. And if it's if it's the ghost is nearby and it responds to the device, it'll say something. But it's usually like one word. So you'll be like, "How old are you?" And a creepy voice will be like, "Old." And you'll be like, "What do you want?" It's like, "Death." And you're like, "Oh God, get me out of here!" And then it starts
Yeah,
hunting. Your
that's-
flashlight starts flickering, and then you all scurry around, and you can't talk on the radio anymore.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I was watching I think it was
It's a runaway game. It's true,
Markiplier.
Clan
And it was really funny because he was out in the van and two of his friends were in the house. And he just hears one of his friends like crying for help, and then he just cuts off.
Tam.
And then he's trying to like respond to him, and he's getting nothing back. I'm like, oh my god, that's so scary.
It's so scary.
It's really well. It's a really cool idea, though. I really appreciate the idea.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. And I was looking for other spooky games to play with Missy. She's awful with ghost games. I'm pretty bad, but usually I can walk away and not be haunted. But all the other ones involve like fighting. It's like you're dealing with like
Yeah.
a murderer and you can fight back. It's the literal aspect that you're just trying to detect it and then get out of there. There's a chance it might actually start hunting you and kill you. And it's scary,
Yeah.
and there's nothing you can do to fight back. You do have like a crucifix you can try to like drop on the ground to prevent it from hunting, or salt to kind of like dissuade it, and you can like burn incense, but there's no guarantee any of it will actually work, and
Yeah.
it's great. Clamtam, yes, it's a runaway game. QQPW, who are you gonna call? Not us.
Yeah, yeah, I'll just be like, bye, Nick.
That's often what happens. And like the more you get to know the game, we've been kind of like, okay, it's not hunting, we're pretty safe, so we're all like cracking jokes and being lighthearted. But as soon as like your flashlight starts flickering, everyone shuts up, starts yelling and runs away. And like we were trying to do a handoff. My friend Tom, play with him a lot. He dropped a camera for me to use because he wasn't able to get the ghost to respond to him. And before I pick it up, the ghost manifests, and I immediately go into like flight mode. My lizard brain kicks in, and I just like run out of the room and leave him in there with it. He's like, "God dang it!" He has to pick up the camera and take the photo himself bravely. And
Oh my god, that's great.
love that game. It is really rough around the edges, though. It's got like they obviously use like Unity and just got the assets off the asset store, so everyone you see bends at the hip when the person's like looking around, and it's so if they're like it's kind of like, I don't know, you picture grandma like trying to read something on the table and it gets like really close to it. It doesn't look very believable.
Looks pretty funny though.
Aquafishy says Nick equals sus. It's true.
Nick, are you sus? Leaving your friends
Sus.
behind?
Oh, that was gonna be an extra life segment we did. We were gonna play Among Us.
Oh yeah,
Alas.
they were. Oh.
It was pretty cool to play that with your colleagues and have fun lying to each other.
Yeah, I was watching one of my friends play it, and I'm like, I couldn't play this game. I'm like, everyone's the killer. I'm not. I'm not gonna trust nobody.
It's so stressful.
It is. I'm like, I got enough anxiety. I'm stressed just watching you play this. I was like yelling at him every time he walked into a room, and I'm like, that guy's gonna kill you. He's like, I don't know, he might. And I'm like, no, I hate this.
Oh, and it introduced me to the term marinating, when someone doesn't kill you, only to make you think that. Ugh.
No.
Hey, Incredible Goblins! I played Phantasmophobia with Incredible Goblins. Shout out.
Oh, wow.
They say, leave no dwarfs behind. This is reference to another game we like to play together called Deep Rock Galactic. Where you're space dwarfs mining, and it's a very cool co-op game. Anyway, it is 11 o'clock. Time to conclude the stream. Thank you all for tuning in. This is great. Hope you found the updates informative, our answers knowledgeable, and our jibber jabber entertaining, at least.
Or phantasmical.
And Phantasmo, yeah. Phantasmic.
Phantas-
Yeah, really stew on that keyword we gave you. We gave you two, and maybe one of them's a red herring, well, maybe the other one is. Who knows?
All they're gonna remember is phantasmic.
Not even the actual keyword. All right, so thank you all for tuning in. It's a pleasure hearing from you all. Georgia, where can they find the drawing sheet of this beautiful bear?
That would be on the Codename site, right?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
Bushwhacker media page on
Yes.
codenameentertainment.com. Stay tuned on the social channels, Facebook and Twitter, where we'll post a link to that. Again, we love the submissions.
Mm-hmm.
You're all really turning up the quality on those, and I would love to see what you do next with this bear, which we'll be showing in the next live stream, which will be, I believe, January 5th. 'Cause we're back on the 4th on Monday.
If I'm out that week,
Ah.
then it would be the next week.
Might be the next weekend. Stay tuned for that. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The weeks that we don't do the stream, you'll see me in Friday chats on CNE Games for the classic, the old school dev chats. All right. Thank you, Sasha, for moderating chat. Thank you, Dylan, for setting up the tech for the stream. The Champions and Crusaders teams for inspiring us to join the channel, and Eric for pushing us to make it happen. Shout out to Erica and Cap for trailblazing the stream format, and to stream gurus Margaret and Sean. Thank you all again. Be kind, be safe, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend and happy holidays, everybody.
Bye, guys.